Hello everyone, I'm GCROCK and today we're going to be discussing the global event Blackout. This has gone live today in the Division 1. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to be going over the event and what it does, what modifiers there are and whatnot, what gear sets you can grind for today, and we're going to go through all of the commendations that are available to get this week. I also have guides for these commendations that I did years ago that'll be linked down in the video description if you need any help with them. And we're just going to discuss the global event today. That's pretty much it. If you do enjoy the video, please do hit like and share to support it. Consider hitting subscribe for more content from myself. I cover Division content and the Division 2 content on the channel. And we also stream. We're going to be streaming from about 6 PM UK tonight as we grind out for a build in a Division 2. And we're hoping to do some raids on PlayStation. So come and check out the streams as well. But also one last thing before we get into this video. We do have a fantastic gaming community. We're nearly at 15,000 members now. And you can check that out via the link at the top of the video description once you're done with this video today. So don't forget to check that out before you leave here. But that's it. That's the intro. We're going to get straight into this video now. We're going to discuss what Global Event Blackout is. So right behind me on this screen, you can see that Blackout is always active. Agents are equipped with shock ammo that stuns enemies, and shooting or running builds your charge meter, and the more charge, the more damage you inflict. If you put it on Extreme Blackout, which is available on the playlist missions, it is Blackout behavior, plus you can instantly kill enemies with overcharged melee attacks, but if you miss or if your charge meter exceeds 100%, you'll stun yourself and nearby allies. And then there's also Total Blackout. This is Extreme Blackout behavior, plus your charge meter will cool down faster when close to other group members. So that is Blackout. They are all the three modifiers. The Extreme Blackout and Total Blackout can only be done on the selected missions for this global event. Otherwise, Blackout is always active. Now, we're just going to go over to the vendor over here. I'm going to show you what is up for grabs during this week. During this global event, they give you classified defense, classified deadeye, classified strikers, and classified tactician. So you're going to want to grind out this global event this week to get your hands on all of these gear sets. They're all classified gear sets, and I'd say the ones that you want to focus on mainly would definitely be the defense and the strikers gear sets. These are very OP gear sets in Division 1. Defense is practically needed for any like legendary mission or even some incursions, especially with the strats that I used to use. And strikers is such an overpowered DPS build. It is so fun to use. A great PvP build can be made from the striker set as well. So these two sets you definitely want to grind out. I know, like back in the day, as to say, Deadeye was a good gear set for some. A lot of people liked using Deadeye. It's like a sniper gear set, so you may want that as well. And if you like skill builds, then your classified tactician is there as well. You definitely want to get the 6-piece tactician build if you're a fan of skill builds. So these are the gear sets that are available this week. Definitely worth getting on and grinding for if you're still playing the Division 1. So next is the commendations. We're going to have a look at what commendations are available this week during Blackout. Now there's 18 in total. It's a little less than the other global events. And they made it a little bit easier. Like the other global events always had something hard to do with one of the incursions, like do it without any first aid skills or do them flawless or whatnot. That wasn't on Blackout. It's quite a straightforward set of commendations for you to get, although some are a little tricky. As I said at the start of the video, if you need help with any of these commendations, I did do video guides for them in the past. I will link the playlist down in the video description. Go and check that out. I cover quite a few of these. But we're going to quickly go over the commendations now. I'll give you any quick tips that I can give you. So the first one here is a Blackout cash grab, where you're going to buy 30 superior global event caches during the Blackout event. That is self-explanatory. Just buy 30 superior caches and you're done. A lot of grinding required though. The Thunder and Lightning commendation requires you to kill 500 enemies while they are shocked. Well, Blackout is all about shocking your enemies. This should come naturally, and it will reward you with the Vulcan mask, which looks pretty sick. It's quite a good mask, that one. Quite easy to get, but 500 enemies is a lot. You'll get it across the week for sure though. Target acquired is kill 500 LMB during the Blackout event. So all you got to do for that commendation is focus on LMB enemies, do LMB missions. You'll get that soon enough. Supercharge gives you the Graveyard patch, which looks very good, and you just got to complete all events in the Blackout playlist. So the missions in the Blackout playlist this week are complete Hudson Refugee Camp, General Assembly, Lincoln Tunnel, Times Square, and Falcon Lost. You just got to complete them, and these missions are what will enable you to put on Extreme Blackout or Total Blackout as well. Otherwise, it is just normal Blackout across the rest of the game. High Voltage is next. That requires you to shock 300 enemies. Again, very easy. You'll get this while going for Thunder and Lightning. So where you got to kill 500 enemies while they're shocked, you'll get this once 300 of them have been shocked. So you'll get this before that. Very straightforward. Fist of Fury rewards you with another mask, the Teo mask, which is basically the panda mask. I remember this mask a lot. A lot of people used to troll with this in the TZ. But yeah, all you got to do to get this is perform a melee shot kill on 200 enemies. So using the extreme blackout modifier, where you can get insta kills once you're charged, you'll want to be doing that a lot. There's only 200 enemies. I think I used a defense build in the end to help me with this. I do have a video for it in that playlist I mentioned, but it is quite straightforward with how the modifiers work. You just need to charge up and melee enemies. Once you've done that 200 times, you'll get that commendation and the mask. Next is classified business, where you're going to buy one of each singular set cache. So that's the defense, deadeye, striker, and tactician caches that we just had a look at. You'll get those very easily. No time to die. With this, you got to complete an activity without using any first aid skills or medkits. So that's any activity at all. I think it's got to be one of the missions on the playlist if I remember right, but you can pick any mission you want. Just don't use any first aid skills or medkits. You can use the like combat medic and that, like the talents, but yeah, there's no skills or medkits and you'll get that. Shocking behavior, you got to shock your allies 10 times. So if you remember just reading through the modifiers there on one of them, if you overcharge, you'll shock yourself and shock any allies around you. So you just got to do that on purpose 10 times and you'll get that commendation. Shock around the clock requires you to shock 5 enemies in 10 seconds. It can be done quite easily. I have a video for that in that playlist in the description. Electric Boogaloo requires you to shock yourself 100 times. So again, just going back to shocking behavior, we got to shock allies 10 times. This is just use that overcharge meter, overcharge yourself, shock yourself 100 times and it's done. Fully charge requires you to spend 15 minutes in overcharge. Again, very easy to do. You've got we will shock you. This is to shock 30 enemies in activity with a pistol. You then got Doctor in the House, which requires you to prevent 20 allies from overcharging beyond 100% using the support station. So this is really good. So when you do overcharge, if you're in a support station, it will stop you from shocking yourself. So it's just run a support station, get a teammate in with you, make them try and shock themselves, but have the support station down to stop them. Once you've done that 20 times, it has to be with 20 different support stations though. I remember that. You'll get the Doctor in the House commendation. Overcharge is next, and this is to complete an activity in the Blackout playlist. You'll get that automatically. Safety First requires you to complete activity during Blackout without shocking yourself. So very easy to do, and you'll get the Rictus mask for that once you complete that. Very good looking mask there. And then there's Team Player, which requires you to complete an activity without shocking an ally. That's got to be in a team. Just invite someone to the group, complete any of those activities on the mission list that we went through, and don't shock each other and you're good. And then Stun Gunner is the last commendation of the event, and that requires you to shock a single enemy 5 times without killing them. So just stick difficulty on challenging or do a heroic mission or even legendary. I think Times Square was there, and this is very, very easy to do. And that is all the commendations for this global event as well. So we've gone through what gear sets are available, the commendations and the global event. This is live from today on the Division 1. It's going to be live for 1 week. So you got 1 week now to get on and get those classified gear sets and commendations if you want them. But that does bring us to the end of the video. I'm going to be streaming from about 6 p.m. UK tonight as we grind out a Division 2 build and do some raids. We got some raid streams this week as well. We've got PlayStation on Tuesday, Xbox Wednesday, PC Thursday, loads of raids this week. Do come and check them out, all from 8 p.m. UK. But that is it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and share to support it. Subscribe if you're new here. And now we are done with the video. Do check out our amazing community that is linked at the top of the video description. We'll see you in there. Until next time, stay safe and peace out.